All right, on this video, we're going to talk about the modern engineering of a Daisy Red Ryder, and this is a modern trigger. Now, on some of my earlier videos on an old buck, I didn't have the modern ones. I would say that their construction is good. This is the trigger assembly. This is your power plant. So it's got the air tube right here, that's what they call that. And then you got your seal and a smaller wiper, more like the Daisy 880. The seal's still pretty big. And then you got your power plant, you got your spring, and then you got the back of your plunger. So this is called a plunger assembly, and then here's the back right there. And that's what we're going to get familiar with. You need to understand how this works. Now, there is a lot of confusion potentially, depending on who you talk to, about how this actually works and why your gun does not fire when you're hearing going click, 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 click. So let's go ahead and go over that. So if you do not cock your gun all the way, if you do not use your lever to cock all the way up, and I mean all the way up, then what happens, okay, so you hear a click, click. Okay, there's teeth, because we'll just call these teeth for simplicity. Okay, so the back of that plunger goes, okay, now do you see, look at the trigger, look at all the mechanics of the trigger. It's nowhere near the trigger, that's not going to work. Okay, nope, and let's see, last one right there, close, but no cigar. That's not going to work. It's not engaging the trigger. Your gun can't fire without engaging your trigger. So now, when you cock it all the way up, this thing comes sliding across all those teeth, just like that. Listen to that. And then it pushes this part back right here, and then it engages. There's a piece that comes up right there. You can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in really tight on that so you can really get a look at that. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's a beautiful tight shot. And so I want to point out that right there, there's people that will say you can file that, and the people who do that, do videos like that, I'll just be cool and say that they do it right, but not everybody's going to do that right. And if you file that little part right there and you do it wrong, my gunsmith's actually fairly violent against that. Your gun will either fire on its own or won't work at all because it won't catch. It won't catch right on the back of that plunger. See, that's a very good close-up right there. So there we go. Just like that. See, so you don't want to file on that. You break in your gun by shooting it and lubing it, and the place to lube it is actually back here. So okay, it's come back out. All right. Okay, so that's how that works. And so when you fire your gun, so okay, it's cocked, and all right, so it's right here. So when you fire it, and that releases the anti-bear trap, which is there to protect you, it falls down, and then this thing flies forward and launches your BB. This tube gets to work with your BB and fires it out of your shot tube, which you'd call a barrel. So that you pull the trigger, this thing flies forward. Okay, so that's what that's about. So remember that. So let's quickly do it in real time then. So you cock it all the way up. Catches on there. And this falls out of the way, and this your plunger assembly shoots forward. Okay, so now let's talk about the engineering of this. A lot of people are confused. I haven't really talked about the engineering of this. Now we need to talk about some troubleshooting here. The quickest way to run your gun, whether it's the 25 Red Ryder buck, is basically two parts that you abuse. The seal and obviously the spring. And you're wondering, well, how can you abuse a spring? Okay, if you cock this thing and put it in a closet for some reason, maybe you think a pest that you've been chasing after is going to come by, you've been trying to time it, something like that, maybe it's a hunting thing, you name it. If you cock it for 5 hours, it'll start to damage that spring. It's called set. The spring will start to set. It'll start to weaken. 5 days, you're going to damage it. 5 weeks, you kiss it goodbye. It's going to be running. You'll have to order a new one of these. So that's what that's about, the engineering of that. You do not want to store this gun cocked. Not even, you cock it, you shoot it. And for some reason, let's say you're hunting small game, like, there's small birds you can hunt with this gun. Is if it flies away, then you shoot your gun. Don't leave it cocked. So that's that. And then as far as this goes, your seal, that is kept going for a long time. It can be good along with the spring for 10,000 shots or more. Okay, I'm going to be pretty generous there. If you don't use the wrong lube, WD-40 is great for things, and 3-in-1 is great for things, and gun oil for your firearms is good for firearms. But that piece of rubber can't take a lot of corrosive chemicals on it. It just needs to be along this edge right here. If that gets ruined because you put corrosive chemicals on it, then it won't hold its seal and you will lose power. So you oil with your 30 weight. Everybody knows I love my 30 weight. You oil that every about 1,000 shots. If if it's pretty new and you're not getting through a pop can, these are pop can killers. That's what the Red Ryder is. It should be able to get through pop can. So then if you see that, give it a drop oil to your oil hole. Everybody knows where that is on your gun. And I have another video. The 25 maintenance covers all that. The maintenance and break-in video covers your Red Ryder too. So again, so this is a wiper, and so when you do oil your gun through the oil hole, say it lands somewhere in here and you're firing your gun, the wiper catches that and helps lube the inside of the tube where your spring goes, or this is called the plunger assembly. So again, but I want to emphasize, do not cock your gun and leave it cocked. No one's really talking about that. That's the quickest way to destroy your Red Ryder, since we're just talking about a Red Ryder here. And so you cock it, you shoot it. If you're hunting small pests and they happen to fly away, great, shoot your gun. If you're about to shoot and they fly away, shoot it and let the spring reset. Okay. As far as the wiper goes, that can last quite a bit. So don't worry about that. That's not something a big deal. It's a spring in this thing. So remember, just 30 weight, non-detergent, no additives, no solvents. And you do that every 1,000 shots. Or if you see a drop off in power, you can do it every 500. I say every 1,000. But yeah, so keep other household oils away from your gun.